So today I'm going to show you how I achieved this fresh base using the Digital Complexion Concealer. So you can probably tell that I already have half of my base completed. So I already have the Digital Complexion foundation on one side, and on my other side I have completely bare clean skin. So I tend to use concealer as a building product. You can always go straight onto clean skin and work underneath the eye directly and then finish with foundation. Or alternatively, you can do your base and then you can see how much left is to cover with your concealer. So I tend to base it really more on the discoloration of the under eye and how much coverage each individual needs. So I'm going to start first of all on the clean skin. I already have my primer on and I'm going to go straight in with the concealer from the Digital Complexion range. Now these are one of my favourite products from the collection. They're just so well covering, you don't need to use a lot of product, and they're also extremely comfortable around the under eye area. So the shade that I have is Y24. So within the range there is a selection of undertones. Now the Y is a yellow base, so I tend to, when I'm working underneath the eye, try and lift and brighten at the same time. So if you do find that you are someone that has a little bit more of a darker under eye, I always find that the Y range as well as the P range are amazing to really sort of lift and brighten that under eye area. So I'm just going in with one of the vegan Blue Master brushes, and that's another fantastic thing about the Digital Complexion range as well. It's completely vegan, so they are very versatile and adaptable for all kits and makeup artists. And you can see already just by working that concealer in, it's automatically gave my eye that much more wider, brighter appearance. Now with the concealers themselves, they are self-setting, which is fantastic because I feel like if I'm ever working underneath the eye, it's the one area that can end up grabbing to any product and highlighting any fine lines. So the fact that it self-sets, you don't need to overly powder or powder at all. So it saves you that step around that thin part of the skin. So I'm just taking that soft brush and really kind of blending and working the concealer from the lower lash line and then down onto the cheeks, just to make sure as well you get that nice soft blend. We don't want to kind of build up too much on the surface of the skin, and then we'll have a line there. So blending out always to make sure that looks really seamless. So that's my first step. I'm now going to go over, before I finish this side, and show you how it looks on top of the foundation as well. So again, I'm just going to go in with the same brush. And you can see just by adding that little bit of concealer, it helps just to take down any of that redness underneath the eyes. If you are someone that suffers with a lot of intense darkness, so if you do have quite a lot of dark circles and discoloration, there is also a neutralising collection within the concealing range as well. So you can always use your neutraliser before going on with your concealer. And the fantastic properties that the concealers also have, which I think is so important when we are working on that thin part of the skin, is hydration. It's absolute key. So one of the key ingredients within the concealers, not only is it silicone base, which is going to give you that flexibility for the under eye and stop it from creping or looking and feeling too dry, it also contains phyto oils. Now these are a fundamental ingredient that you find in serums, and this is what puts the hydration back into the skin. So it just leaves your under eye feeling really comfortable. You don't feel like it's picked up on any texture, and it just leaves you feeling really sort of awake and fresh and ready for the day. So whether it's going to be for a self use or if you're going to be using it under camera, it just gives you that real filtered finish to your makeup. I'm happy with the under eyes now. I feel like they look clean, they look brighter, and they definitely look more awake. I'm also going to use the concealer just to take down any blemishes as well. So if you do find that you have some blemishes, or if you have little kind of uneven bits of skin tone, you can also use the concealers just to kind of give you that extra coverage before you go on with the base as well. And again, like I said in the beginning, you can also work on top of the foundation. Sometimes I feel like once I've got the base on, I can then determine how much more product I need, because whenever we're working under any high resolutions, the whole key is to make the skin look as natural as possible. So putting too much of product on or going too heavy with the product is going to show. So sometimes I'll put the base on, and if I still feel like I can slightly see any discoloration or blemishes coming through, I'll just top up with a little bit of concealer at the end. So now that my concealing's all done, I'm going to go on top and finish my base. I'm extremely happy with the amount of coverage that I have achieved from using the digital complexion concealer, and I can't wait for you all to get yours to try.